A warm welcome to all of you and a heartfelt namaste. I, Anuradha Sharda, would like to thank you for watching my videos, liking the videos, sharing in your comments and your suggestions. So, it's often seen that Saturn is very feared. The transits of Saturn talk about a lot of problems, or people look at the transit of Saturn with a lot of problems. Is Saturn really that fearsome in our chart? What does Saturn have to say? Saturn is often said to be the master of limitations. And it is also said that it contracts wherever it sits, and it provides a lot of problems for us. So I would like to take 1 minute, request all of you to take just a minute off and think about a road on which you are traveling, which does not have a destination. So do you know where you have to reach? Or think about a painting that you're painting, which doesn't have a framework, which is endless. How would you conceive your painting to be? Saturn is the planet that provides us with a framework, that provides us with a limitation. It provides us with a boundary. At the same time, being the Karma Karaka or the hard task master that it gives us the ability to endure, to work, and to do such a lot of hard work. Again, it's Karaka that one learns to work till the boundary, learns to be able to give enough push to the boundary to break down those boundaries and to move ahead. Once we've done that, the sky becomes the limit. Saturn is the ruler of the 10th and the 11th house of the natural zodiac. Saturn is said to be the ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius. When we look at the Karakatvas of Saturn, we see that the bone structure, the skeletal structure, is said to fall under the tutelage of Saturn, and so does the knee. There's a very beautiful similarity with the signs and these body parts. Why? Because the skeletal structure provides us with a rigidity. It provides us with a framework upon which the body could be made. If we were just muscles, if we were just nerves, if we were just blood vessels, would we be able to stand straight, walk, or do any of these activities? No, we wouldn't. So rigidity is equally important because it provides us an ability to stand. It provides us with a framework. On the other hand, the knee, which is also a part of, which is also a karaka of Saturn, gives us mobility. It gives us a freedom to move around. If we did not have any mobility in our knees, we would not be able to walk properly. So Saturn, in turn, gives us all these things. Also, it is when we go down on our knees. In most cultures, one goes down on their knees to pray to the Lord above. This is a sign of servitude. This is a sign of acceptance of the divinity, power of divinity. And Saturn also teaches us that. Also, when we are very low and down and we come down on our knees, we have the ability to look up, ask for divine providence. And Saturn teaches us this humility to be able to connect to a force greater than ourselves and to look up for the guidance and light to at a force which is greater than ourselves. When we have worked hard enough, Saturn gives us the ability to break through the barriers, with sky being the limit. A very sweet, a very unexpected anomaly that we will see is one of the signs of Saturn, which is a movable sign. One of the signs of Saturn, which is a movable sign, tells us that it is also the sign of Earth, the Earth element. And Earth as an element is contractive in nature, is structural in nature, is fixed in nature. So we find that the fixity or the rigidity of the backbone and the flexibility of the knee is very much present in this sign, the sign of Capricorn. At the same time, looking at the sign of Aquarius, which is an air element, which is an expansive element, at the same time, it is a fixed sign. So the base is fixed and it is ever expansive. Once we understand that, once we have achieved our goals, once we have learned a lot of lessons, once we have developed our skills, the sky becomes our limit, provided we are still working hard. All these is something that Saturn endures to teach us. Saturn teaches us persistence and hard work. When we are persistent about doing a lot of hard work, Saturn makes sure that we will get the benefits of it. Let us talk about the signs where Saturn can be placed for us. Saturn can be placed in a, if Saturn for us is placed in a fixed sign, then it gives us an ability to endure the pressures from the outside, such that our minds, our heart are very much unidirectional towards the work and the responsibility that we have to take, and we move ahead with that responsibility. When Saturn is sitting in a movable sign for us, Saturn then tells us that we will learn the art of adaptation through working and in a particular area in that field. Now, how do, and before we go ahead, when Saturn is in a mutable sign, then there's a lot of indecisiveness regarding things, and there is also the inability at times to withstand certain amount of pressure. So Saturn in dual signs can create little mental tensions. Now, how do we know where we have to work? Saturn has given us a certain area of work that we need to do. So how do we know that? Well, the house that Saturn is placed in your chart tells us the kind of work that we are destined to do, the area of work that we are destined to do. So if Saturn is placed in your fifth house, your area of work could be with your students. It could be with your grandparents, your knowledge enhancement, working hard to enhance your knowledge, your celebrity status, working with your children to do good for them. That could be uh, your work that Saturn has entrusted on you in this lifetime. And what is the quality of work? What kind of work do you work with these people? So that will be decided by the sign that Saturn is on. For example, if Saturn is sitting in your is sitting in your sign of Cancer, and it's in your fifth house, then it definitely tells you that you have to work with your children, providing security to them, providing knowledge to them. You have to provide a lot of love and affection to your children, your student, or your grandparents. That is the responsibility of nourishing them, is something which is given to you. If Saturn is in your third house and it's in a fixed sign, it gives you the ability to be persistent no matter what the outside pressure is. So if it's in the third house in a Leo sign, so it means that you have to be courageous and you have to be persistent in your work no matter what the pressure from outside is, and it will also give you the ability to withstand the outside pressure. As I said, in the fifth house, if it is in your sign of Cancer, then you would be changing yourself according to the grandparents, your children, or your students. The kind of change they would undergo would be reflected in you also. So if Saturn for you is in the first house, it definitely tells you that there is time to work on yourself, consistent work on yourself, so that you evolve as a person, learn to break the boundaries around, and you need to work to a level where you have a great deal of change in you. If Saturn is in the second house for you, and that happens to be a fixed sign, then it tells you that you must learn to hold on to your values of your family and tradition, and no matter what the pressure on the outside, learn to work hard for your wealth and your education and sustain that wealth. In the third house, as I have already told you, there needs to be a show of courage, and there needs to be an ability to take responsibility for your siblings. Responsibility towards a friend, being a true friend to your friends and your brothers and sisters. That is something that you need to do. That also shows that you need to allow your creative mind to work in a direction so that you also give those ideas a structure and a form. When Saturn is in your fourth house, and that fourth house happens to be a fixed sign, you learn to give security to others. You learn the art of giving and notwithstanding how others may take that to be. I'm not saying that you should not be open to criticism, but when people are being overtly critique towards you, then you should learn to just let go and do your work, something that your inner self tells you that you're good at, without being overwhelmed by the opinions of others. Saturn in your sixth house can give you an endurance, your ability to do a lot of hard work. And this Saturn would also be aspecting your 11th, your 12th house, and it would also be aspecting your 8th house. So you would need to understand the need for change very, very strongly. This Saturn in the sixth house would also be telling you that it is a necessary for you to do hard work, to compromise with your employees, and to stay put and fight your battles with humility. Because the sixth house is also the house of humility. The sixth house is also the house of diseases. So if you have a certain amount of diseases, you need to also take care of your health care system, because the sixth house works both ways. It also denotes the healthcare system. So you need to develop the endurance, the immunity also, which is also Saturn at a greater level. The seventh house is all about partnerships. When Saturn is in your seventh house, which also happens to be a movable sign, you might feel that there's a fluidity in your partners in life, and you might feel responsible for the partner at that moment, which is what Saturn entrusts you to work on. On the other hand, if it's a fixed sign, so it tells you to work for your partner. It tells you that even if there are pressures which can disrupt your partnership, you have to be very focused on your partnership, see what is right, see what can be done on it, and then walk ahead with it. And if Saturn is in your eighth house, we have to understand that Saturn rules the sixth, eighth. It is the significator of the sixth, eighth, and the 12th houses of the natural zodiac. Eighth house shows lingering effects, be it with diseases, be it with your legacies, and be it with your sudden happenings in life, something that leaves a scar or a trail behind. And Saturn gives you the ability to understand those reasons and to pay your karmic debts towards the people involved. If Saturn as a third lord happens to be in the eighth house, then it tells you that you have certain karmic debts towards your brothers and sisters. Saturn in your ninth house tells you about your work, your responsibility towards elders, your traditions, your higher knowledge, and it tells you to take responsibility towards these things. If it's work, then if it's in a fixed sign, then it's all about carrying these forward irrespective of any other pressure. And if it is in a movable sign, then it is all about uh, it's all about changing yourself according to the situation, demanding and bringing out the best in these qualities. On the other hand, if it is in a dual sign, there can be problems because you may not be able to, you may be having a lot of expectation of your own self and you may not be able to fulfill it, and you may face not be having enough competence or the will to take it a long way. So there you have to develop this to work hard on this. As we move ahead, in the 10th house, Saturn represents the 10th house of the natural Kalpurusha, and it is very strong in the 10th house as it is also the lord of the 10th house. So Saturn in the 10th house, aspecting it asks us to take responsibility for our karmas in total. It asks us to have a great working ability because it also aspects the 12th house of giving away, take and also aspects the 7th house where it talks about taking responsibility of the partners, at least professionally, and the 3rd house, or as I said, 4th house of your family. So it gives us a lot of area to work through. In the 11th house, Saturn is happy because the boundaries become low, but having made a lot of achievements, Saturn gives a person an idea to venture further, invent further, and create greater enterprises. And finally, in the 12th house, Saturn is all about going within, finding divinity, and also becoming a recluse. Moving inward becomes a very important task with Saturn in the 12th house. Learning to give, learning to sacrifice is something that Saturn teaches us a great deal when present in the 12th house. Now, this is about what happens when Saturn is in on the 12th house. When Saturn is transiting, that is the area that Saturn wants us to put a great deal of effort in. And that is the area that will automatically come up in your life where it would want you to focus your attention to. Now, Saturn is transiting, if Saturn is transiting the 10th house in my chart, then automatically it would so happen that within a couple of months, things about my career, about my work can take a lot of stand and can find a lot of importance in my life. But for a Cancer Lagna, when Saturn is transiting the 7th house, then in such a case, the partnership issues, especially with work, because Saturn, let's not forget, is also transiting the Capricorn sign, can be utmost important for them. It is the area that one has to create a strong bond with and has to work with. If Saturn is in your 8th house, then changes in your life regarding your status, your home, your mother-in-law can take a great stand. So wherever Saturn is transiting at that moment, those areas are the ones where one needs to take a look. So let's take a look at a chart. Let's take a look at the chart of Donald Trump. In the chart of Donald Trump, Saturn is placed in the 12th house in the sign of Cancer. The 12th house, as I said, is also the sign of foreign. It is also the sign of foreign policies, and it is also the work that one does towards this foreign lands or foreign policies. The sign of Cancer is the sign of motherland, homeland, security, and the masses. And Venus, it is the third lord of taking a decision, a bold decision, courage, and also the 10th lord of business and profession. So when this Saturn Venus are together in the 12th house, we can see from his policies that he takes those policies with a very firm stand for his motherland, which he feels is very, very important to save his motherland, secure the masses of his country. Also, at the very moment, Saturn is moving over his 6th house of Capricorn. So in his workplace, he finds it, sixth house is the house of litigations. It is a house uh, of oppositions. It is the house of Rin, rogue or Shatru, which is debt, uh, problems, health issues, and also enemies. And all these fronts can be seen working in the chart of Donald Trump. The country is under, as is the world, and there are a lot of health scare. The pandemic, with the pandemic on, there's a lot that is working for country, and America is the top of the list with the number of of coronavirus patients. And we also see that he is also working on policies against for number of nations, and the WHO is taken stands. So we can see that all these things in transit is the thing that he's working on, and it shows very clearly, very beautifully in his chart. Similarly, all of us, if we put it in our chart, see where Saturn is sitting in our charts, in which sign it is sitting, and with which lord, then we would be able to understand very clearly what Saturn has described for us to work on in this lifetime. Moreover, if we also see the transit of Saturn in a particular house for us, also over the sign, it would give us a very clear preview of what the next 2.5 years entails ahead for us. So your Saturn is a very beautiful planet that gives you the ability to work hard, achieve a great deal of in life, fearlessly work through the boundaries, and move towards divinity. With that, we'll come back again with another planet of the solar system. Till then, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And if you've liked this video and want to learn more basics on blending of the sign, the elements, the planets, then our course on basic astrology is going on. Do write into us and join the course. Till then, stay safe,